shake the ground again. Here with all my fun and them. No place like home. Oh, oh. Now is the time for it. Jump on somebody. Hand up in the air. Madness everywhere. It's in the DNA. Get on bad when we on the roadway. We like we own way. Tell them freedom in with DNA. When every hand raised, we become one race. It's only one stage. This is the birthplace. Look where we are. Greatest carnival. So magical. It's a blessing sent from above. How we go jump till morning. Look, the moon don't sleep. Tell them we not leaving. Till the last jump up a canal is madness in the capital. So I feel like I'm running tough again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my fun and them. No place like home. I feel like I'm running tough again. Jump and shake the ground again. We with all my fun and them. No place like home. Now is the time for it. Jump on somebody. Hand up in the air. Madness everywhere. It is with DNA. So jump up, play a mass. Wind up in the van. Free up, live your life. And do whatever you like. Whoa, yeah, yo, you're mashing up in with DNA. Whoa, yeah, yo, you're banging up in with DNA. Whoa, yeah, yo, when we on the roadway, we like we own way. Tell them freedom in with DNA.
Aruba Bonero Corso, Killa tu Tesla. Non sta vini di Caribe. I saggi Kiro non ha di agua bro. Non sta vini di Caribe. E paradiso Aruba Bonero Corso. Non sta vini di Caribe. Canada da money si muore going from. Non sta vini di Caribe. Yeah, yeah. I've been saying me to steam over so much.
Good morning, everyone. We will begin our group town hall in 5 minutes.
Mi devi stato una ferie, amaga cocktail cherry, qua sunset riva feliz. Los sabini di Caribe, ahí se chiquero mundo de agua blanca. Los sabini di Caribe, esa bonita Aruba Boneri Corsa. Los sabini di Caribe, esa chiquero mundo de agua blanca. Los sabini di Caribe. E paradiso Aruba Boneri Corso. Non sta vini di Caribe. Canada da money si muore going from. Non sta vini di Caribe. Mi sta vini di Caribe. Fui pa' atrás y mi mamá en su casa. Mi tende di Caribe. Shorty la Max Love di Adidas. Sempre da con mi tigre. Nunca cambié pa' ni un ciudad. Cultura y mi plause. Me la cuidé, mané la cuidar. Está un paraíso. No está bien, fue ayer. Aunque opta mucho ciego pa' mirar. Está un paraíso. No está bien, fue ayer. Aunque opta ciego pa' mirar. No está bien ni di Caribe. I saggi Kiro non ha di agua bro. Non sta vini di Caribe. E paradiso Aruba Boneri Corso. Non sta vini di Caribe. Canada da money si muore going from. Non sta vini di Caribe. Yeah, yeah.
Hyper sound. Music. If you're looking for some place to get away, welcome to paradise. Barbados so nice. Better you're drinking rum or back island. Barbados so nice. We got the best beaches, girl with them peaches down in my island. Barbados so nice. Have you ever been to some place before? You will leave yet but you're craving for more. This place will give you so much good memories, plenty vibes and stories. Watch new friends become family. This place I call home, sweet like a cassava bone. This place is a one of a kind, no other place. Let me take you on the west coast, where we party the most. If you're looking a place to go, Barbados is headed for sure. If you're looking for some place to get away, welcome to paradise. Barbados so nice. Whether you're drinking rum or a pack of Kool-Aid, welcome to paradise. Barbados so nice. Man, this thing so sweet, no others can compete. That is my island. Barbados so nice. We got the best beaches, girl with them peaches down in my island. Barbados so nice. So many places you can visit. Kensington Oval for cricket, Baxter's Road, fried fish, you get it. St. Nicholas, Abbey, the train ride it. Harrison's Cave, you must visit. Atlantis submarine, you love it. Man, this place is paradise. This place is paradise. If it's paradise, no other place like this is paradise. This place is paradise. If it's paradise, this place is paradise. Barbados, so other place. If you're looking for some place to get away, welcome to paradise. Barbados, so nice. Whether you're drinking rum or a pack of Kool-Aid, welcome to paradise. Barbados, so nice. Man, this thing so sweet, no others can compete. That is my island.
Good morning, Guardians. Are you ready for our town hall? I certainly am. But before we get started, let me share a few key points with you. You will not be able to unmute your microphone or turn on your camera. You will also be unable to see or hear messages from other attendees. You will, however, have the ability to see and hear the various presentations we have in store for you today. Finally, should you encounter any issues accessing today's meeting, please reach out to our colleague, Sintra Search Bally, by email at sintra.searchbally@myguardiangroup.com. Now that we've covered the administrative business, allow me to welcome you all. Thank you for joining us this morning. I am Telia Wilkinson of Guardian Life of the Caribbean, Barbados, and I will be your host this morning. I'm excited to lead you through today's agenda. We have a packed program for you. Now, let's focus our attention as we open with a recap of some of the group's highlights. Wow, guys, we have been quite busy. We have new people, new teams, and new ways to work. I think we are well poised for success. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker this morning, who continues to lead the charge and set the standard for fostering an owner's mindset and a generative culture to position us for success. Please join me in welcoming our Group Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Ian Chinapoo. You need to be unmuted, Mr. Chinapoo.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. I was just telling you, thank you for the introduction and thank you for bringing your energy for us this morning. So good morning, Guardians. It's so great to be here to update you on everything that's been going on in our group. There's been a lot going on, and I know that on the front lines, as you all are, you know many of the things that have been happening, but I'm glad to bring it all together for you. So the theme of my update today is staying on purpose. We are strong and we're growing. So I would have introduced last year after our strategy sessions in June, I would have shared with you that we are pursuing a 3-horizon model of achieving our strategic objectives. So moving on. Remember this: Horizon 1, perfect and protect the core. Horizon 2, accelerate our growth. And Horizon 3, pursue the next S curve, which is exponential performance. And what did that mean for our key deliverables? Next slide. Right. Perfecting and protecting the core. We set about last year to look at our product set, to look at all our businesses, and established a new product review discipline and that we are calling the Product Factory. And as you saw in our opening, Brandon Dialsing is going to be leading that with the rest of the senior team as we go forward. We're also going to strengthen our balance sheet via strategic capital allocation, and a lot of work is being done at the individual companies as well as at the group, and led by our Group Strategy Officer, Rob Chen, in terms of how we go about becoming much more disciplined in our strategic capital allocation. And of course, as many of you in Life, Health, and Pensions are aware, we are implementing the OIPA system, or as Eric Hosen says, the OIPA system. So that Jamaicans know what I'm talking about. Eric calls it OIPA. Horizon 2 is growing our existing business through our adjacencies. So we're looking at that innovation of new products coming out of the Product Factory. And as we continue doing that, you're going to see modifications to existing products as well. We're going to expand into new markets, and you'll see a lot of our teams focus being on the wider Caribbean area as well as in the Netherlands market from the Fatum team and our team that has been established, the 8 persons we have in the Netherlands now who are building out that business for us. And Horizon 3, attack mode. So we're looking at new lines of businesses and doing the groundwork to spread our wings into the ecosystem space, for example, the health ecosystem. And we're also looking at both organic and inorganic market expansion. And inorganic is possibly through acquisitions as well as portfolios of business from other companies. So moving on, our winning aspirations. We really need to stay focused on this. I shared this with our shareholders at the AGM. We must focus on our customers, we must focus on our people, and we have to be focused on being responsible stewards of capital. So 1, exceed the evolving needs of our customers. And that word evolving is very, very important, because what a customer needs today may not be what they need tomorrow. And we need to be ahead of the curve with what our customers need, because we need time to develop. Hence the Product Factory, hence customer experience initiatives, and a lot of work that's happening in each of the different business units. So we have to stay true to our purpose, which is creating financial well-being. Yes, of course, we can't do that without our people. So we have to continue the work in building that generative culture within an owner's mindset approach, which I'll share a little bit more later, so that we are sure we have the most innovative and entrepreneurial talent in the business. You know, we are leaders in the business. Leaders get complacent and comfortable. Entrepreneurs do not. We're always going to be looking for that next opportunity to wow and impress our customers. And we have to make sure that we have the right talent to do that. And we have to also remember we are here because of our shareholders, and we have to be responsible stewards of that capital while generating consistent and growing returns for our investors. Not just generate returns, but consistent and growing returns. So where will we play? We're going to continue, of course, in our core businesses, our life and non-life insurance lines of business, but we have to increase our growth in those areas as well, but we have to increase our penetration and market share in asset management, merchant banking, and other financial services. So many of you would have met Miguel Martinez, who's leading GAM now and GGTL, and of course, you'll hear from him later on today. We're going to expand into other adjacent lines of business, and that's why we're exploring our capital allocation now, because you need capital to enter new business. So we're doing that infrastructure groundwork while we're identifying the opportunities that we have in new market spaces. We have that continued commitment to our local markets. We have to be strong and even stronger where we operate in English-speaking and Dutch Caribbean. Our market share is not consistent across each market. So we have market-leading positions in many of our markets, but we have opportunities to grow in them and others as well. And you're going to hear more about this from Diego Frankel from our Fatum business unit, but further expansion into Europe through that robust foundation that the team has built over the last 14 years. And now that we have our company in the Netherlands, there's great opportunities there as well. So both our lines of business is where we will play, as well as specific geographic markets with particular lines of businesses in those markets. Moving on. So we now have an enhanced framework for how we will win. And that's the EGC, efficiency improvements. We have to deliver the best service at the most efficient cost. We have to have great governance. We are operating in regulated spaces, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond what the regulators need. Good governance leads to great results, because you're going to have less opportunities for wastage, fraud, any type of governance issues. And governance is also in regards to adherence to our policies and ensuring we have updated policies and procedures that best serve the customer. It goes right back to having that entrepreneurial mindset, because we always should be looking for a better way to do things, and good governance allows us to do that. And all with the drive to achieve our customer experience and care objectives. Our customers will drive our future and drive the returns to our shareholders, and their experience with us would greatly define our ability to succeed. So what are some of the things that we've been doing? Let me take the E. Efficiency. And, as I shared at the AGM, efficiency boils down to just two things. Identify the essentials that add value to our customers. That's one thing. And the second thing, ignore the rest. Okay? So what have we done in efficiency space in 2023? We've unlocked additional productive capacity via process improvements and enabling best-in-class cloud-based policy administration system to additional LHP lines of business. So we're expanding the things that worked well for us in 2023 in terms of our cloud-based policy administration. We've achieved more efficient pricing, leveraging advanced data analytics, dashboards in our property and casualty lines of business, achieving target property rates in most of our territories, and further enhancing our strong relationships with our reinsurers, which is critical for us to manage risk and create value and withstand changes and challenges in the market in terms of the property and casualty risks. We are also focused on expense management and capital efficiency, eliminating non-critical expenditures, non-value added processes, etc., that create value now for our customers and investors. So we have to, and that's continuous improvement there. So that's what we did at a high level on the E for 2023. On the G, on governance, and we know that good governance is less about structure and rules and more about attitudes and behaviors. So we've led the region as the first Caribbean insurance company to report financial results under the new International Financial Reporting Standard, IFRS 17. And this is a tremendous effort. This is not a 23 project. This has been going on for almost 4 years. And it's kudos and appreciation and thank you to all of the teams in group finance and BU finance, but also others as well, the actuarial teams, etc., all of whom would have contributed to adopting IFRS 17 on the 1st of January 2023, and then completing all 4 quarters, including the year-end audit process. And we're still in train with a number of things to get done there, but 2023 was a watershed year for this. We've refreshed our corporate governance framework, fostering increased transparency, agility, and connectivity in the boards of our subsidiaries. And we're going to continue to find ways to become more efficient in delivering that good governance to the group. We've appointed Crystal Baines Hosseini as our new Chief Governance Officer, demonstrating our organizational focus on corporate governance. So we have a dedicated CGO who is going to be focused on ensuring that we stay best in class and continuously improve in our governance structures and infrastructure and frameworks. And we've developed and started the integration of our enterprise risk management framework led by Paul Trabelli and his team, ensuring compliance with all industry benchmarks and even aspiring to greater things as we build out this framework where we get ahead of the risks that we identify and see. And sometimes in this ever-changing world, you know, business cycles used to be 30 and 40 years. Now business cycles are 3 to 5 years, and risks evolve in each business cycle. So being on top of this is going to be very important in governance. And for our customer experience and care, customer service is not a department. It's everyone's job. And I see that with our guardians. Everybody takes personal accountability for the experience that our customers have, and we need to embed that even further within the organization. So we've experienced the benefits of bringing that focus. For example, in our P&C lines of business, we've had a range of 2 to 9 percentage point improvement in our annual customer retention across our different lines of business. We're almost there, double digits, guys, and we need to continue doing this work to achieve that. We've continued to scale the customer experience transformation on the issue resolution journey in our life, health, and pensions line of business, with more than 80% of our issues now being resolved in less than 3 days in support of our sales force. Our sales force needs the support. We've incorporated our administration team into our recognition programs with great support, I must say, from the sales force. It wasn't about us get all the glory. It was about we know we're part of a team, and helping that team get that recognition is going to drive us forward. But now my challenge to the teams who are here, kudos on the 80%. As my mother would say when I got 97% in math, where's the balance? Where's my last 20%? So let's go and deliver it for the rest of the group, guys. So let's sustain our focus on the experience of our internal customers, our employees, all of you. And we've tasked our team in human capital and all our business leaders to focus on this for 2024, as they have been doing in 2023. So in 2023, we've implemented certain initiatives that you're going to hear more about today. Not even all of them we can cover on the time that we have, but we are focused on attracting and retaining top talent. And, you know, we have our group work strategy policy to enhance employee flexibility and well-being. And we've aligned our group branding and marketing and communications talent across the group in one roof, led by Aisha Buko-Claxton, so that all of our business units can get the best talent accessible to them in pursuing their branding, marketing, and communications needs. Okay, so now I want to share a little bit with you about how we ended 2023. So 2023 was a big year for us. So many of you would know that we had to restate our 22 numbers under IFRS 17 so we can get the comparables. So the numbers I'm going to share with you are all under the new standard IFRS 17, and we are also comparing 2023 to 2022 under IFRS 17. So guys, our target was 599 million, or 90, you know, close to 0 million, and we achieved 696 million. And when you compare to the restated number for 2022, which was 1.1 billion or so under IFRS 4, under restatement, it is 472 million. So 48% improvement over IFRS 17 numbers 22 to 23. That's what we were able to achieve, which is an amazing performance, understanding, you know, all of the changes that the team would have been explaining that for the group on the deferral of our what would have been recognized under 4 in early years now to later years. Our insurance revenue is up 12% over 2022. That's a significant move. That's going to drive our performance going forward. Of course, it involves, and kudos to the team. Yes, we have a long way to go. in terms of meeting all of our sales targets, but we certainly have done a better job in 23 than we did in 22. And probably the most significant improvement on a line item or a group of initiatives that we had in that drove our profitability was the improvement in our net investment income. Guys, we improved our net investment income by over 100%, 122% over 2022. Now, of course, the markets had a lot to do with that, but good governance played a role here. This was an example of how governance actually affects the bottom line, putting in more stringent controls over our investment, and kudos to the teams across the group who managed that. In many ways, they are unsung heroes. We don't see them. We don't have awards for our investment team and so on. But guys, your work is appreciated. And the impact on our bottom line was certainly felt in 2023. Almost, guys, almost $2 billion in income. So our cost to income ratio also improved. We were 26% in 22, and we are 23% now. The lower that goes, the better for us. It speaks to the efficiency. Our earnings per share is up by almost $1.97 over 22 to $3. That's 48% up. And our return on equity is up from 17% to 21% for 2023. So that's a summary, guys, of our 2023's group performance. You're going to hear more from the business unit leaders on how their individual businesses performed, and we remain strong. We also got our credit ratings renewed. We remain at BBB- investment grade from AM Best, and we remain investment grade rating across the board for all our companies that are rated. Yeah. So that doesn't mean we don't have challenges. So moving on, challenges remain both in the external market and the internal constraints that we face. I've shared this slide before. We continue with record inflation levels. Costs are rising. The cost of everything is rising, right? We have globally, the reinsurance markets continue to tighten, and we continue to have challenging investment markets, although better than prior years in the external space. Internal constraints, we still have the impact of IFRS 17 that we're dealing with. This was our first year. It's going to take 2 to 3 years to perfect the reporting under IFRS 17. Experts globally are still learning things about IFRS 17. So right now, for example, we have different stakeholders, our policyholders, our shareholders, our regulators, all trying to understand the changes that we've made in terms of how we disclose. For those of you who've had the time to go through our annual report or who've actually seen a physical copy, it's 3 times the size of what it was before, just based on the IFRS 17 disclosures. It's something you could use to work out in the gym with. It's just heavy. We also continue having our challenges with capital constraints, because as we go through that adoption of 17, we have our regulators and so on who are working through what's the appropriate capital adequacy. We can't just go and release capital from our businesses while we sort that out. So we do need to manage all the different reasons for our capital constraints, which will be significant as we seek to grow, because strength and growth is how we stay on purpose. And we continue with multiple project implementation. So what does that mean? So in terms of our challenges, we've implemented for a counterbalance to the inflationary challenges. We've implemented under Samantha Saw, our outgoing CFO, a zero-based budgeting approach supported by all of the business units and their finance teams, where we have a cost tracker initiative. Guys, we actually had a target in the last 6 months of 2023 to save an additional $39 million over budget. We got almost $54 million through your efforts. We exceeded our goal of 39. This helped offset our rising expenses due to that inflationary pressure, including now allowing us to get some funds that helped with some of the staff compensation enhancements that we wanted to do. And you'll hear more about that from others, including Eric. On reinsurance, we've renewed our reinsurance treaties. So I know Dean is on the line for a little while, but Shira and the rest of the team is here. All over the group, we had people working on this, especially in the P&C space. So we had an amazing result. We've shared with our boards across the group that the team was able, for the most part, to get our policies renewed as expiring, which means although there was pressures to increase, and because of tightening reinsurance markets and coverage, we were able to get all our coverage at mostly the prices that we paid last year. So we have actually created a competitive advantage. Again, great governance, great focus on efficiency, and ultimately it will redound to the benefit of our customers who would have had a tough time in this market because everybody, including ourselves, would have had to increase our rates. So this is going to help us significantly, I believe, in 2024 and beyond. And our investment team, challenging investment market, has increased daily monitoring and engagement on our investment portfolios to constantly evaluate our portfolio positioning to best optimize returns in this challenging investment market. Yes, we have some fund managers assisting us, etc. We are all over them. We are all over. We are not waiting for a month, end of month, next quarter results. We are monitoring the markets ourselves, and we are making amendments to our governance policies and our investment policy statement to best reflect the needs of the market in real time as close as possible. Our internal challenges, we've adopted 17 on time, we've done our quarterly publications, and we've had our first full year unqualified GHL Guardian Holdings financials published on March the 31st online, I believe. Capital management projects are in flight, and we are continuing with several parallel work streams to manage through our capital constraints while continuing to increase our dividends per share. It might be small, guys, but as some of you would know, we paid our dividends, our final dividend, 53 cents per share, in addition to the interim dividend. So our full 2023 declaration of dividends is 75 cents, which is up from prior year. And we've launched our Program Management Office, our PRMO, which is led by Isan Reason. You'd have seen the announcement in the video. Amazing guy, and he's going to build a team that will support all of our project managers and help us deliver on time, deliver to the benefit that we've promised the board, and make the most of our investment spend. And now that we are in that process of implementing this program framework to manage our projects in real time. So let me share Q1, and some of you would know that Q1 results came out just late last week on Friday, and we have our investor briefing later this week. So how are we doing? How are we seeing the changes and improvements we've implemented in 2023 play out in 2024? So guys, just to clarify, we are also updating that, you can move on, that last year this time, we would have reported under IFRS 17, our first quarter result at $61 million in profit. However, we had a business model change as part of adoption of IFRS 17, which was retroactive or had to be adopted as at the beginning of the year. So while our published numbers say that our Q1 last year was $256 million, that includes a one-off gain of $174 million. So really, our $234 million that we've earned does not have a one-off in it. That's actual return for 2024's Q1. So while we're showing that we're down 9% over last year, we're actually, when you adjust for the one-off on a normalized basis, we are significantly above, almost 4 times, 3.5 times what we would have done last year, this quarter. Okay? And that's real, right? And we've been supported in that by the performance of the investment market and good investment governance. Our insurance revenue continues to grow. So again, that 12% magic number, 23 grew by 12% over 22 full year, and 24 first quarter grew by 12% over 23 first quarter here as well, guys. So kudos to the team on insurance revenue. Our net investment income continues to do well, and it's actually 8% up over the prior quarter at $533 million. Now, we've had some challenges in the market in April, and we continue to monitor those. We've had a bit of a clawback on some of these gains, but we continue to do what we can to optimize this portfolio and ensure that we never go back to a situation where our investment income pulls us down. So our cost to income ratios are 21%. So guys, remember we were at 23 for December. For Q1 2024, we got down to 21%. So we continue on this track of generating cost savings and ensuring that we are creating value for our shareholders by doing more with less. Our earnings per share is actually a little bit down because remember, we're comparing to that one-off gain that came in last year. But if you normalize that, we'd be significantly up as well in earnings per share, and our return on equity at 24%, a little bit down. Again, we had that one-off in the first quarter. So let me pause and share a little bit. So guys, overall, I want to keep sharing this as we go forward. Our return on equity, which is a measure of how well we have used the funds that our shareholders have given us to invest or have invested in us, right? So overall, for 2023, the Guardian Holdings Group had an ROE, I shared it earlier. And how did that translate to our business units? So I want to give kudos. GLL was our #1 return on equity business unit, business company, sorry, for 2023 with a 29% return on equity. So let's give GLL a virtual round of applause for 23. Second place was the Fatum Group with 18% return on equity for 2023. Strong performance also, round of applause. And we have a tie for third, no, sorry, not a tie for third place. We have GGIL in third place at 14% for 2023. So kudos as well to the GGIL team for being in third place in terms of our return on equity. For Q1, we have a bit of a change now in the order. Actually, we have the Fatum Group at #1 for first quarter 24 with a return on equity of 33% in the first quarter 24. We have Glock having a massive rebound over 23 and in second place at 24%. So kudos to Glock, and that includes Trinidad, Barbados, the OECS. Kudos. And in third place, we have a tie for first quarter, and it's actually within the same business unit. Both Gamasil and GGTL had a return of 19% on equity. So kudos to the GAM team for their third place for quarter one. So guys, keep going. We need to cross that 20% consistently across all our businesses. So if your business is not there at 20% as yet, you know what you need to do. Okay? So I'm going to pivot now and share one of our key initiatives that we announced last year at the last town hall. And we've appointed Brandon as our Chief Product Officer. And we're going to introduce our product factory this year, which will bring this 7-point framework to life, where we are going to be innovating, accelerating, maintaining our core, revitalizing, and we're going to discontinue things that don't make sense. We're going to have that hard, mindset that if it's not going to make sense for the future, it may have been the best thing in the past, but if it does not fit the future because of our evolving customer needs, we have to be able to move on because that costs capital. We're going to continue to monitor and then drive that customer experience. So this is a 7-point framework. Monitor our core and also monitor feedback and our customer feedback and our feedback from our employees and everyone. So the factory takes all of our knowledge, all of our material, all of our inventory, all of our relationships and our capital through this framework and produces a refined output that is meant to secure the best products in the market so that our sales force and our administration team has an open door in that we are going to the market with the best possible infrastructure and products to serve the customers for many years to come. And that's going to be just a laser focus on this as we go forward and into the future. So guys, moving on. What I need from you remains unchanged. Teamwork and collaboration, innovation and continuous learning with aligned owners and group mindset. And I need your ideas and open feedback because we all have interactions with customers and our colleagues. That's how we find out about things that are no longer adding value and we can pivot to remove them. So this is going to be powered by all of you, our aces. And I won't steal Fahim's thunder, and he's going to talk to you about that. So the owner's mindset, I want to spend a minute on this. And this is why I'm sharing with you the return on equity. All of us, many of us, I should say, are shareholders in Guardian, but more than that, we are stakeholders. And if we approach this business as an owner would, what would you do if this was your home? You'd have to be accountable, right? You have to continuously improve and learn. You can't just say, well, I don't know how to hang up the curtain. I'm going to pay somebody to do that, right? In an inflationary world, you learn to do it. So that creative thinking, collaboration, and commitment, and that focus on doing what's right is how we achieve the owner's mindset. And again, we're going to talk more about that in other presentations. So guys, right now, our parent company, NCB, so we're moving on, has launched an APO. They're raising just about just over 5 billion Jamaican dollars in shares. You're going to hear more about this as you go along. We are an important part of the NCB financial group. We have a role to play in their success, and they are our single largest shareholder with 61.7%. So as you go forward, you're going to hear more about this coming to market. It's coming out at $65 Jamaican dollars a share. It's primarily in the Jamaican market, but certainly it's a sign of what they're doing is raising capital to reduce their debt. Some of that debt is what they would have raised to purchase Guardian originally. So they're rebalancing their capital structure as they pursue some of the same strategies we pursue, which is to optimize their capital structure. So moving on, we continue to build our robust capabilities to execute our strategy. So this is, what we would have shared before. We have a highly capable, efficient, and productive sales force. We must have our technical team, actuarial and financial teams, etc., risk teams, audit teams, all of you know yourselves, to deliver on our product portfolio goals. We need to make sure that what we launch as products are going to add value to the customers and add value to the shareholders. We've launched our program management under ESAN to coordinate project and change management and other key resources for our projects so that we deliver them on time and achieve the benefits that they have promised us. We have to enable our underwriting and pricing capabilities in real time so that we are constantly ensuring that we are pricing things properly so that the risk that we're taking on is fairly priced. And we have to bring this can-do attitude, the owner's mindset, innovator's mindset, so that we embrace our winning aspirations. Okay, we have work to do in our finance and internal audit functions as we build a strong ERM framework throughout the group, and we have to have scalable tech. We can't be changing technology because we now grew. We have to plan for that growth. So OIPA and OIPA, however you pronounce it, is important. That's a huge project for us, single largest project that I think we've ever undertaken. And we need to ensure that we're in good standing with our regulators and continue to support the legislation and so on that will enable people to have trust in our industry. So I want to pause and just say thank you because we've in the governance space, we've been reorganizing at our board level. So we have some directors who have retired. We want to thank them. We have Afif Lazarus, Anthony Lancaster, Gladstone Lewis, Peter Gantom, Janet Skinner, Jerome Lee, Maxim Rochester, Peter Thwaites, Rafi Tiwari, Shiraz Ahmad, and Sherman Taylor all have retired from the Guardian Group boards, and we thank them for their service. We also have some new independent directors across the group. We have Alok Jain, he's at GLL. We have Eugene Holiday, who's at Fathom Holdings Curacao. We have David Sloan, GGIL and Guardian Re, and Andy Jogi for Gamasil. These are all pending regulatory approval, but we want to welcome them. I'm sure that process will be completed soon. And we have other directors who have come off of certain boards but remain on others, and we thank them for their continued service as we go forward. But they remain on our board, so I won't go through the list here. So guys, we have to stay on purpose. And to do so, we have to build our strength, as we stay on purpose and continue to grow. In our strengths, we have to focus on our people, our talent, and our relationships and our networks. We have to build our balance sheet and our capital infrastructure and our capital adequacy to survive. We're a company built on managing risk and surviving risky events. We have to have the strong capital base to do so and the strong reinsurance relationships to do so. So our asset quality, our investment team manage, and our persistency that our sales force manage is all part of that strength. So growth, we have to continuously improve at everything. Sales, risk management, investment management, regulatory management, that is critical to our growth. We have to grow our dividend income to show our shareholders the value we're creating for them. We have to grow our policyholder base because, we have to keep on refreshing that. We're a business that serves people, and we have to protect our reputation and brand. And that's how we're going to achieve our growth. So I want to thank you guys for the time you've given me. And don't forget, in 2024, we're staying on purpose. Thank you very much. Tilia, back to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chinapu, for that comprehensive update and for your inspiring words. We will carry them with us throughout 2024 as we work collaboratively to advance our business strategy. Well, Guardians, I hope you've been paying attention closely. It's time for our first giveaway. I invite you to turn to your screens to respond to the following question. Once you answer correctly, you are automatically entered into a draw to be one of 6 winners. Good luck to you all. Winners will be announced later in the program.
Boy, why your grandmother selling in a tray, boy? Job boy, job, selling job and all. All you watch más. Look job. Okay, well, I hear your grandmother selling helmet and she selling charm. She even selling the tululu in a plastic bag. So she phone call temptress, tell me if I can bring the job. As we reach inside of the yard, if you see the job get on bad. He could not even resist her, so he started to touch up she tray. She say you're moving too fast, she tell the job he had to pay. What the money for the cocoon? Pay for the cocoon. What the money for the helmet? Pay for the helmet. What the money for the...
All right. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Well, we've just completed our first quarter for 2024, and our business units have much to share about what they have been up to in this past quarter. Let's hear from each of them about our Q1 performance, what's in the pipeline, and what their teams have been up to. First up is our Life, Health, and Pensions team.
In Glock and GLL for your contribution to the performance in 2023 and in Q1 of 2024. For 2024, LHP achieved profit of 163 million TT compared to a budget of 113 million. Therefore, we exceeded budget by 50 million or 44%. In 2023, we achieved a LHP profit of 230. This included a non-recurring one-off item of 175 million for restatements. If we would normalize the comparison between the 2 years, then the LHP profit is 163 million compared to 55 million in 2023. This represents an increase of 108 million or 196%. The investment performance was actually for the first quarter was 322 million compared to a budget of 281. In LHP, we continue to implement our Oracle OIPA system in both GLL and Glock. We have completed Group Life and Group Health in GLL, and we will implement Group Life for Glock in May of 2024. Again, thanks to everyone for your support in 2023 and again, first quarter of 2024. Life Guardians. In 2023 Q1, we did 11.7 million, and in 2024, we did 96.3 million compared to a budget of 60 million. This represents an increase of 36 million or 37% over budget and 84 million or 722% over 2023. Great going, guys. We continue to review the operations to improve efficiency. This included restructuring. 50 employees' salaries increased to move them within their salary range. Admin staff recognition at Guardian Life Award was the first in the history of Glock. We had the Manager of the Year, Employee of the Year in both Trinidad and Barbados, Admin Rookie of the Year in Trinidad. Congratulations to all awardees. Great performance. In Q1, we initiated performance appraisals, and we fulfilled a commitment made in 2012 to implement the Barbados Sales Staff Pension Plan. We're really happy that we were able to complete that. I will now hand over to Greg Manet to share the Q1 sales performance highlights. And after Greg, we will have Samantha Sow, who on June 1, 2024 will take over as president of Glock. Sam will share with you plans for the remaining year. God bless you all, and thanks again.
Hello, my Guardian family. It gives me great pleasure to report to you our Q1 performance for 2024. The Glock team brought in a premium income of 55.7 million, which saw us achieve 74.33% of our year-to-date target. This, in fact, was 9% higher than our prior year sales figure of 51.2. Not only that, but our team was able to sell more policies as at the end of March, where we clocked 6,861 policies, or 2.4% higher than 2023. This is a very healthy trend, which shows more lives being touched by you, our dear agents, and supported by our team. The 24-month persistency actually decreased marginally from 91.39 to 91.02, and this was as at the end of March. This continues to be something that we would closely monitor, but generally it shows that the field has adjusted to the new IFRS 17 operational environment and is beginning to write a whole lot more traditional business. The employee benefits sales team achieved revenues of 154 million for this quarter, which provides no material change from 2023 and saw us 6% below our revenue targets. We continue to encourage our agent distribution network, which has proven that it consistently has landed more groups and more individual policies to contribute to us in the next quarter and in the months ahead. In continuing to manage the performance of our overall health plan, we have made some changes that we expect to improve on the profitability of these plans, and we would continue in this effort. So having considered things in Trinidad, we want to let our friends in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean know that they play a very big part in our team. The Gibson branch in Barbados will soon have a permanent home in Enfield House. Antigua now has 2 full-time agents and onboarding currently and being trained and ready to sell by mid-May. Grenada now has an approved annuity for distribution, and St. Lucia will be focusing our efforts to build up manpower. As we do all of this, we want to make sure that our team building efforts remain in check, and we want to invite you all to take part in the future social events, team building events that we had, like the Curry Duck competition in early April, which saw the sales and operations teams coming together to better know each other, and a team that is closer will always be able to do more business.
Hello teams. As we look ahead, I see the potential and the possibilities in our industry, and I am thrilled to be part of this journey with you. We are here for a simple purpose: to protect and guide our clients. The relationships we form with them are built on the foundation of trust and commitment. Trust. Our clients have faith in us and the opportunities we present to them. Commitment, giving them the confidence that our actions are in their best interest, and we will deliver when the time comes. Life Guardians, we are all interconnected on this journey. Let us work together towards our collective goal in making our beloved Glock not only an employer of choice, but also an insurer of choice. To achieve this, we will work together to be the best at what we do, harnessing our collective strength of our talented people, improving our processes, and creating efficiencies, providing quality products and services, and the ease of doing business through technology. We have 7 months left in our year to deliver on our committed sales and profit targets. In the coming months, we will also be focused on the customer journey and excellent service delivery. Commencing in Q2, we are investing in our people on various leadership and IR training sessions, staff promotions, succession planning, clear 2024 goal setting, employee engagement sessions across the network, and completion of our Barbados pension plan valuations and distribution of statements. These are just a few of the scheduled activities and lots more to come. To our incredible teams and their families, my sincerest appreciation for your contributions and support thus far. The journey ahead is not difficult. We stick together, we stay focused and keep our goals in front of us, and together we will not only deliver but set new records. Thank you, Life Guardians.
GLL's first quarter results. We achieved $1.56 billion in profits, which was 22% ahead of our budget target. I mean, at blast off, we said we are protecting, preserving, and performing on purpose, and we committed to do more in 2024. I'm so happy that the momentum has started. Our most valuable employees really contributed. They did their best, and what we actually did, we grew revenue by 10.4% to $5.4 billion. Our core business, as usual, was the star of the show. We closed the period with a 59% or $314 million increase in our net insurance service result, spearheaded mainly by our interest-sensitive and traditional policies. The individualized sales team repeated their 2023 performance, registering API of $645 million, 76% of the quarter's target. And we are expecting much more in the second quarter. We are focused on keeping the momentum going for the second quarter. But the great news is that our solvency ratio was at 261.5%, significantly over the regulatory requirement of 100% and our internal minimum target of 150%. What's new? What else happened in Q1? In March, we completed another phase of our Oracle Insurance Policy Administration development project. We launched the Group Life Administration phase, so we were able to enroll just about 20 new groups during the quarter. In addition, we also did a soft launch of our online sales facility called GuardLink. With this facility, our customers will be able to purchase 3 of our non-underwritten plans straight online: the Guardian Angel, the Guardian Care Plus, and the Guardian Instant Coverage. So we expect to see tremendous sales growth coming out of this new channel. GLL has gone multi-channel. Now, what did we do as it relates to people engagement? We, as said before, couldn't accomplish all of what I just shared with you without our most valuable asset, our people. And of course, we started in January. We had our annual blast off, protecting, preserving, performing on purpose, where we paused a little bit to look back, but our focus was on going forward and doing more in 2024. So the sales and admin team got together, generating positive vibes and energy. And this, of course, you would have seen in our results. In February, we launched the 3rd cohort of our LEAP mentorship program. And this program, we're seeking to create a generative culture, a culture where our executive and senior managers would devote their time and energy and effort in coaching and mentoring other employees on both a professional and personal level as necessary. We kicked off March with our Employee Appreciation Day. Staff were reminded of exactly how special they were. We followed up with our annual awards function, and this is where 250 employees, including 5 long service awardees, were honored. We then followed up with a staff engagement session. And you know, this comes right after the government tells the whole country about its new tax measures for the ensuing year. We had this session just to ensure that our employees understood the impact this new tax change would have on their salaries. And then we would, as usual, have our staff meeting where news, views, and reminders are given to staff, and they exactly know how valuable they are to us. So what's up next? What's up next for people engagement? For people engagement, already in April, we would have had our admin professional day where we made all our admin and executive assistants know just how we cannot do without them. We could not do what we do without their valuable support. So I'm telling you, GLL, mothers and fathers, watch out for your special day and try and remember just what we did in 2023. Debbie and her team has to come even better than that. All work and no play makes GLL a dull place. Wouldn't you agree? So we partnered with our social club, and our social club has kept the energy and the momentum going with their karaoke evenings and Feeling Good Fridays. Now, next quarter, look out. Many more activities are scheduled. This is where we're going to get athletic. This is where we are going to have a garden of praise. There's much more to come in the second quarter with the social club. So stay tuned, because you know with them, the tempo keeps on growing. I see O'Neill. O'Neill, I'm so happy to see you. Come. And as usual, you are coming to my office when Debbie is here. We were just discussing some people engagement strategies for second quarter, and I would love to discuss the LHP sales strategies as well. And there has to be some discussion on individual life sales strategies. So team, you know, for the first quarter, we did exceptionally well. We surpassed our target, but the second quarter is a higher target of 1.7 billion. And we know that that is not our target. We have to aim for about $2 billion. So, Oni, everything rests with sales. What are you going to do in the second quarter to improve the performance of not only EB, but individual life in particular?
So, Megan, we are on a mission to improve our performance for Q2. On the EB side, we're going to continue to milk our star performance, annuities and creditor life. We have a few large groups that we would have tendered for, and we're looking to also improve where group health and group life are concerned. On the individual life side, we really want to retain the business, as the business that stays is the business that pays. And so our reinstatement drive has already been launched, and we're going to run that right up to the end of Q2. Not to mention manpower. We are on a mission to get to 300 boots on the ground by the end of the year. And we are going to continue with that effort. We have introduced something new this year. We're looking at partnering with an external recruiter in an effort to increase our numbers. Now, you might add, what else do we want to bring into the table? And we're going to be pushing online sales. That is expected also to help with our revenue improvement. Not to mention our products. We're going to place heavy focus on the products that are more profitable, that contribute directly to our bottom line with the different campaigns and activations that we will do in Q2. We are on a mission to ensure that by the end of Q2, we are on quota.
Sounds good, O'Neill. I'm really loving what I'm hearing, but we have to not only go for it, we have to do it. So we just have to make sure we meet these targets, especially the profit target. So team, please, go get it done. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Hossein and the LHP team for that update. And congratulations once again to Samantha Saul, who assumes the role as president of Guardian Life of the Caribbean from June 1st. Now, please join me as we welcome the president of Guardian Asset Management, Mr. Miguel Martinez, to share with us what's been taking place at GAM.
We are dedicated to being facilitators and enablers for our clients. Every day, we connect them with investment opportunities that raise capital for businesses and deliver return on funds. Our focus is on being responsive, ensuring seamless execution, and providing digital investment platforms that exceed our clients' expectations. To achieve this, however, we need a strong and united team. Our goal is to make GAM a place where employees genuinely enjoy their work and look forward to coming in every day. We have already begun the journey of changing our organization's culture, starting with our blast-off event earlier this year. We value your input and feedback, which is why we are actively listening and communicating more frequently with our employees, customers, and stakeholders across our group. We want to ensure that everyone is on the same page, which is why we will be holding monthly town hall meetings and providing regular updates that are simple and clear. I want to take a moment to personally congratulate and thank the team for their outstanding efforts in the first quarter of 2024. We successfully delivered on 2 large capital market deals for our clients, along with syndication and trading opportunities. Your hard work and dedication has not gone unnoticed, and I am truly grateful for your contributions. Looking ahead, we have at least 2 other episodic deals in the pipeline that we are working diligently to close in the second quarter of 2024. We are actively building new relationships that we believe will generate exciting new opportunities for GAM. In addition to expanding our suite of products, we are focused on strengthening our existing solutions. This includes enhancing our risk and compliance capabilities, which are the critical pillars for any successful financial institution. On our office relocation project, we are progressing well and expect to complete the move of our main office in the second quarter, along with the relocation of our Chaguanas offices. This is intended to bolster our identity as merchant bankers and asset managers in our market. Lastly, I want to highlight the importance of investing in our legacy asset management platforms. We are committed to upgrading these platforms and will be launching this project soon in the second quarter. We will be working closely with partners across the group who utilize these platforms to ensure a smooth transition. In conclusion, I want to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, dedication, and commitment to our clients and to GAM. We have clearly defined goals for 2024, and I truly believe that together we will continue to thrive and achieve even more than we aspire towards. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Well done, GAM. They say teamwork truly makes the dream work, and your team is doing a fantastic job. Colleagues, it's time for another draw. You have another chance to win a prize. So please turn your attention once again to your screens for our next pop quiz. All right, colleagues, the votes are in. You still have one more opportunity to win a prize before we end today's meeting, so please stay tuned. Now, We will hear from our colleagues in the Dutch Caribbean as Mr. Diego Frankel, President and Chief Executive Officer of Guardian Group Fatum, shares with us.
As per the 1st of January, we have our own insurance company in the Netherlands. We have 8 employees working in the Netherlands. Operations consisting of the underwriting, claims, we have risk, we have HR. So we have all the disciplines on the ground in the Netherlands, and we have a lot of business also outsourced to our broker partners. Actually, what I can say is that we are very, very successful in the Netherlands. We have approximately 70 million euro gross written premiums in the Netherlands with very attractive claims ratios. So we are very, very happy in what we have, but moreover also in expanding the business in the coming quarters, 2024. The market share, as you might know, the brand name is called Guardian Group Fatum. We have general insurance, we have life and pension insurance, and we have our health business. And we are conducting our business throughout the Dutch Caribbean. On Aruba, we have an office. In Curaçao, we have an office, Bonaire and Sint Maarten. So we are spread out in the Dutch Caribbean. And depending on the line of business, our market share is varying between, I would say, 35 and even 70% of the pension market in Aruba is ours. So we are a very dominant player in the Dutch Caribbean. There are some nice pension plans that we finalized and closed in the first quarter of this year are especially in Curaçao, that we have all the restaurants under a group policy. We have a very renowned brand name which is called Corendon also in our portfolio. So what we have been seeing is that the majority of those big companies, they know their way to find us, and we know our way to find them in order to secure the business. So it's going very prosperous, I could say. The employees are our most valuable assets. That's why we are organizing events for our employees to keep them happy. For example, we have a regatta on Bonaire, which we are sending our employees in order to give them a very good feeling. We have corporate challenges events for charity causes in which they participate. And we have an appreciation week in which we have a lot of activities which we really value. So that is how we work in a team to keep everyone as happy as possible. Next to going forward on the prospects that we have in the market, we are working on our efficiency. We have a portal making it so easy for the end customers to onboard, but also for brokers to conduct business with us. We are going to use our CRM system to the fullest. We have a lot of projects going on. Next to keeping our customers happy, keeping our existing customers happy, and also, like I said before, capitalizing on new prospects that we have in the market on all our islands. So we have a lot of work in front of us, a lot of challenges, but we are positively energized and we are going for it. The data-driven operation is that we are working with dashboards for delivery times on operations in our general insurance company, in our life insurance company. We can exactly see how long it takes before a document reaches a customer. So we are focusing on that and keeping that time as fast as possible with the least of mistakes to be made. So we are driving this company based on figures. Those figures are being expressed via the dashboards that we have. Really would like to thank all our employees in the Dutch Caribbean, on all the islands, and also, of course, in the Netherlands for the good work performed in 2023 and the first quarter 2024. And very happy to see that we are in very good standing Also thanking the Dutch operations in the Netherlands, and also the very good cooperation with Group in Trinidad, Group in Jamaica, because we are one group and we're going to make it as a group. So thanks all.
Thank you, Mr. Franco, for that insightful update. Our colleagues are closely managing their customer relationships, maximizing the power of its CRM platform, engaging customers directly for feedback, and using data to drive results. Great work, team. Up next, we turn our attention to the property and casualty team, the final business segment, to share their update. Please welcome our P&C team.
Guardian General has one of the most talented, experienced, and resilient teams in the Caribbean. Despite the many challenges affecting the insurance market today, we produced $32.5 million in profit after tax against a budget of $31.2 million. Now that's just $1 million ahead of budget. Some companies are short of budget, and your business unit heads are pressing to make up in the next quarter. Your support is key, vital to the success of this happening again. 2024 is ours again. Our success comes from being equipped with the right technology and investing in our most valuable resource, our people, starting with further developing our current talent pool and enhancing this by attracting the best talent available, then cultivating a generative culture and positioning Guardian as the employer of choice. Let's look more into the teams behind our success. I'd like to introduce Nalini, who is our Vice President Finance.
Quarter one for the finance area of the business was a very pivotal one. The 2023 year-end results were produced and audited for the very first time on an IFRS 17 basis. This was indeed a great challenge. A challenge that each of the P&C finance teams across the territories faced with great determination and focus. We were able to obtain clearance on the year-end numbers timely to roll up into GHL's results. This is a great milestone, and we certainly feel a deep sense of pride in our accomplishments as a team. In 2024, we will continue to review the processes in place to make 2024 more efficient. We will also work on building our talent pool as we share the knowledge and learnings within the organization. A big thank you to all the finance team members for their continued support and dedication. Shira, would you like to share with us the actuarial and reinsurance developments?
Yeah, thanks, Nalini. For the actuarial team, we successfully completed our valuation work for the first time on an IFRS 17 basis. We continue to provide the analytical information to the operations to help them understand where the claims developments are coming from. Simultaneously, we have been ensuring that we operate within our enterprise risk management framework. Our global network partners teams are on a drive to grow this area, and our fee income is a very healthy position compared to budget. And lastly, our reinsurance team works tirelessly to get our detailed information out into the reinsurance market. Without this team, we wouldn't be able to continue to get the level of reinsurance coverage we require to support our growth aspirations or with highly rated reinsurers. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of these teams during Q1, and I hope we can continue to maintain the momentum throughout the year. So Nigel, tell us about what's happening in your area.
Thanks, Shira. Hi, everyone. I want to thank my teams from Barbados, Grenada, and the EC territories for your excellent performances during the first quarter. We will continue to build on this momentum, and we will achieve our goals this year. Special focus will continue to be placed on achieving our target property rates, prudent growth in identified markets, containing expenses, reducing our receivables balances, improving our motor portfolios in those markets in which this has been a major challenge, as well as exceeding customer expectations at every touch point. Remember, together we aspire, together we achieve. Once again, thank you for staying the course and excelling. Byron, what's happening in Jamaica?
Thank you, Nigel. Building on our success in 2023, which we had a phenomenal year, 2024 was off to a slow start, but over 100% better than 2023. So the future is great for us. Through our people, we are going to focus on what made us successful. That is, building on the property portfolio, improving the results in our motor, being more efficient, and growing our direct portfolio. Through these initiatives, we can't achieve it without our people. So my colleagues, with our focus on employee engagement, I assure you, we will have a phenomenal 2024. So I'd like to now ask Diane, Wagwan in Trinidad.
Thank you, Byron and the Jamaican team. Our business is built on excellent relationships with our producers and exceptional customer service. Guardian General's efficient operations and technology have greatly influenced our ability to navigate the changing landscape in the insurance industry. We continue to place extreme emphasis on innovation and people development, as these will benchmark our customers' experience, keeping us as a formidable player in the market. I want to thank the entire operations based in Trinidad for the success of 2023 and their continued support. Shelley, I hand over to you to share some more information on the operations.
You, our people, are our largest investment and our deepest source of value. Working together, we will build further improvements, leveraging technology, digitization, automation, advanced analytics, saving you valuable time, removing redundant expenses, and improving our customers' experience. We are well positioned to deliver on our product strategy through deepening existing channels and exploring new ones. We are very optimistic of our 2024 performance and our long-term future, ensuring that our teams grow with Guardian. We are excellence in motion.
Congratulations to our PNC team, which has been making significant strides, which has been made possible through the efforts of its dedicated team. Colleagues, we've had a great Q1 performance, and we are all well poised for Q2 and the remainder of 2024. We are leveraging technology and data to enhance the customer experience while engaging our teams and making our workplace an environment where we balance our hard work with building meaningful relationships. At this point, we would like to take a short break. When we return, we will be joining our human capital team as they launch an exciting new program. See you back in 5 minutes.
Hot wake, split on the ground and make the hot break. Hot wake, jump on the ground and make the hot shake. Bounce with the top top, 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 bounce with the top top. The job say he go pay, but so much beat up all in his face. He took it in his mouth and the job still don't want to pay. He say he don't make him fair, so maybe come and want them a scared. So much meat up all in the place. Bounce in the top top, bounce in the top top. All your boats, all on the road. Watch smart. Cool on the road. Cool on the truck. Cool on the road. Cool river road. Lagoon road. Miami, Labor Day, Notting Hill, Grenada, Portsmouth, and Elmore. No matter where you go, just free up your body. I tell you, say you know, so come to everybody. They say sharing is caring, so dance up, so I sing the We getting drunk, we getting now. Shut up and get your hole in my back in the sky. Set on the light, bring your bicycle light. If you're looking for me, I'll be at the fight. Catch me wildin' in the sun. If you're looking for me, I'm joking, I'm walking out with one girl. If you're looking for me, and if you catch me, let's be a this is what we do for fun. Yeah, what? Yo, this your boy zone in the building. You don't know this here caravan. I'm flying pressure. We lit. Yeah, what? If they don't know, that's a trap. No final loyalty. That's a trap. No final money. That's a trap. My boy don't be a dummy. That's a trap. Listen, the same who I was wise, the one I was can do. The same who I was wise, the one I was can do. The same who I was wise, the one I was can do. The same who I was wise, the one I was can do. Chapter change, just like that. 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 When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. Yeah. As far as I can. I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost too far from home, but I find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you?
Welcome back, Team Guardians. Before we went to the break, I mentioned that our human capital team will be introducing us to a new program. To help me with this next segment is my Guardian Life of the Caribbean colleague here in Barbados, Fabian McDowell. Fabian, could you tell us more?
What does having an ownership mindset mean? That's tough. But I think that having an ownership mindset is taking ownership of the organization's objectives while making meaningful and intentional efforts to improve the image of the institution and, by extension, establish a culture of collaboration, commitment, creative thinking, customer centrality, and accountability that's good for growth. Generally, I haven't really given this much thought, but I think that having an ownership mindset means moving with a measure of purpose and perfectly positioning or picturing the parallels between your personal plans and the priorities of this practice. Your personal performance possesses the power to potentially and perfectly position you to live the life you love. Listen, I think that having an ownership mindset means that Monday morning meetings are mandatory. Man, I don't know how some managers manage. Imagine having to motivate your team members to make more money, or maybe even suggest that someone takes their own success seriously. Seriously. I think that having an ownership mindset means that issues are fixed and not just forwarded, that problems are presented with possible solutions, that them people in that department doesn't ever leave our lips because we are in the business of building this business together. I think that having an ownership mindset means making the extra effort to engage, to exchange ideas and infuse an energy of excellence. I expect an owner to be organized, to meticulously manage the affairs of their firm, but first, I firmly believe that you have to see yourselves as owners and not just as insignificant pieces of a puzzle, as partners in progress. So as we push forward, I invite Mr. Fahim Mohammed to push us through and push us to become the best possible versions of ourselves, to embrace love at every touch point, to become aces of excellence. It's often said that the ace of spades is the most powerful card in the deck. But dare I say that the ace of hearts may actually be the most impactful.
Wow. Thank you, Fabian, for that engaging view on an owner's mindset. And I hope we are all ready to connect our hearts to what we do every day, growing together on purpose. Our group CEO did introduce ACEs at our last town hall, and now we have actually taken that concept and created a reward and recognition program titled ACEs to energize everyone in adopting and consistently practicing these owner mindset behaviors. But before I allow my team to explain this reward and recognition program a bit more, I want to create the simple context around why we are doing this. Understand that we cannot get to a generative culture without the philosophy to do for all in a way that best serves all, unless we have that owner's mindset behaviors. We cannot get to a generative culture where the attitude is that we are for each other and for the whole unless we have an owner's mindset and that entrepreneurial spirit. So this is the connection shown by the pyramid. EGC, efficiency improvements, governance, and customer experience or care is our foundation. Understanding this as the winning formula, we must develop that mindset that we are all accountable for the results. And it's only through this we can really grow together on purpose and attain that generative culture, which is our people North Star. The people strategy is like the guiding light to our North Star. So things like our recently rolled out work strategies policy to enable autonomy and engagement with how and where we work, our group-wide job evaluation project that was kicked off recently, our upcoming group leave policy, and now our group reward and recognition program is really all in service of building that mindset and hinged around your personal contribution in achieving this culture, this generative culture. So this program that is going to be introduced today is so important because it now gives us all the opportunity to showcase our talent in fulfilling our growth aspirations within the company. And our intention is to reward and recognize all those who live up to this expectation. So Trevor from GAM, Crystal from Glock, Ivy from GGIJ, Abigail from GLL, Marie Louis from Fatum, and to the 45 promotions that we have had this year thus far, I'm really looking at you, and I'm also looking at all the budding high potentials of over 3,000 guardians across all BUs to be stewards of this program and to continue building your career as a guardian. I am really confident that this program will sing the song for the unsung heroes. So let's really grow together on purpose. And to share more information about ACEs, I am pleased to introduce two members of your group HR team, Sharon Diaz, our Head of Culture and Organizational Development, and Syra Ali Jennings, our Group Employee Relations and Benefits Manager. So over to you, Sharon, to tell the story about ACEs.
Thank you so much, Fahim, and good morning, everyone. So Guardian is on a quest. We want to infuse our culture with the essence of alignment, commitment, excitement, and support, thus birthing a new initiative known as ACEs. At the heart of ACEs is a collective vision, a beacon of hope, illuminating the aspirations of every employee, where we are all aligned and we understand the integral role in advancing the greater whole and the part that we play in achieving that goal. Coming together like pieces of a puzzle, right, to form a beautiful picture of success. In the corridors of Guardian, Commitment will no longer be just a word. It is going to be our way of life. We're going to exhibit a steadfast dedication to the company's long-term plan, navigating through challenges with unwavering persistence. Excitement will permeate every corner of Guardian's offices, an infectious energy that will fuel the hearts and minds of our workforce. There's going to be an eagerness to bring the vision to life, celebrate each milestone achieved, and bask in the glory of rewards and recognition that will resonate deeply with our core values. Guardian ACES is more than a vision. It's a lifeline of support for all who walk through Guardian's doors, guided by our EGC principles: efficiency, governance, customer experience, and care. The program seeks to invigorate our company's culture and transform it into a generative environment where every action reflects the golden rule: serve all in a manner that will benefit all. This holistic approach will not only reinforce the behaviors aligned with our core values, but will nurture them through recognition that will culminate in tangible rewards. And through this initiative, we will embrace an owner's mindset. We will be aligning with the company's values to cultivate a new community of ACEs, individuals poised for collective growth and purposeful evolution. From a cultural standpoint, Guardian has identified 5 core behavioral expectations: creative thinking, accountability, collaboration and commitment, customer focus, and nimble learning and growth. These competencies will form the foundation of our new enhanced performance management system. And these competencies will be expected from all employees across the group. And there's more to come in relation to that. Guardian ACES is anchored in a multifaceted framework, introducing various initiatives poised to enrich the company's culture and directly tackle primary concerns identified through your feedback given in the employee engagement survey. These include refining incentives, fostering transparent reward programs, improving our corporate ethos, and enhancing our internal customer service, as well as ensuring that every voice feels valued and heard, which is very, very important. This initiative will set the stage for a generative culture, a shift within Guardian, a new standard that defines our employees as guardians, propelling us towards the horizons we aspire to achieve. And as the company journeys forward, we will be guided by the principles of Guardian ACES. Our greatest adventure has only just begun. Today, we are excited to launch our new rewards and recognition program under ACES. This will replace all rewards and recognition programs across the group, including the Hello GG rewards, as we move together in one direction towards our purpose. And with that, I am excited to hand off to Syra Eiley Jennings, who's going to walk us through this exciting new 3-tiered rewards program. To you, Syra.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Guys, I am so excited to be here today to present to you on our reward and recognition program. So let's kick it off. In Tier 1, employees at all levels may receive the Hello GG recognition by anyone in the group. And they can do this by exemplifying the 5 core behaviors of the owner's mindset. So this recognition will come in the form of an electronic Hello GG badge. So at the end of every month, an employee of the month per B will be identified for those who have received the badges, and then these staff will get nominal tokens. Managers, we have not forgotten about you. You may be recognized in the exact same manner. So at the end of every quarter, the employees who are identified as employee and manager of the month under Tier 1 will advance to Tier 2 and will be eligible to qualify for group employee and manager of the quarter. Those persons will then advance to Tier 2 for group rewards, qualify for the increased reward value from Tier 1. Exciting, right? I know. So those employees who have been identified as employee and manager of each quarter will then qualify for Employee and Manager of the Year and advance to Tier 3 group rewards. Guys, this is the highest reward value. Guardians, there's so much more we have to share. So stay tuned for future communication.
Wow, team, I am excited about this new program, and I can safely say Barbados is too. Thank you to Fahim, Sharon, Cyril for taking the time to explain ACEs and the philosophy behind our new performance reward system. Speaking of rewards, colleagues, this is your last chance to win a prize, and I hope you've been paying attention. Please turn your attention once more to our screens for our last pop quiz.
Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this blessed omen. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing.
Thank you, Guardians, for your participation. I know that we're all excited to hear who our lucky winners are. But before we get to that, we want to give you a chance to ask any questions you may have. I will be moderating this segment of the meeting. I am Annette Atkinson, Senior Manager, Marketing and Communications in Jamaica. I now open up the meeting for your questions. Simply submit your questions via the question and answer feature of your Zoom app. Any questions? We're looking forward to receiving your questions. The executives are waiting to answer you.
Lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed omen. With my two hands in the air as far as I can. As far as I can. I can, yeah. My two hands in the air as far as I can.
Colleagues, we're waiting. We're looking forward to answering those burning questions you've been meaning to ask for the last few months. So if you look at the bottom of your Zoom, of your screen, you will see a section Q&A. So we have a question. As we attempt to be competitive with Sagicor, is there any hope of us having family health insurance? Which one of our executives would like to take it? This does not specify any specific country.
I don't know, Fahim, you have a view on across the group in terms of this is for employees, I assume, not family health insurance as a product. Or is it as a product or for the?
I think maybe as a product, Ian. I'm suspecting because whether it be within Guardian or not, we do have family health plan in terms of if for you an employee purchasing a health plan, they can do it as an individual or buy it for themselves and others, their dependents in their family. And you also have where you can include your like immediate family
your mother, father in some cases. So we do have a very similar thing right across LHP, both in Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, anywhere that we do health, that you can have something for your family, you and your family. And if you want an individual life plan, health plan, we do have individual health plans in Trinidad and in Jamaica.
Which also includes dependents.
Which also includes dependents.
I hope that answers the question to the person who asked. We have another question, this time from Sharon Colley Johnson. So I know this is Jamaica. She says, thanks, Eric. Would you care to share what these products you will be seeking coverage? I'm not sure it's very clear. Sharon, you want to expound?
No, she sent a question before and Eric answered on the chat. So that's a follow-up question. Eric, in terms of the individual life product.
Yeah, Megan is actually with me, Ian, sharing the camera. So actually, Megan was the one who actually answered that one. But I mean, the question that she's having now, asking now about, would you care to share what these products will be seeking to cover? Well, it covers major medical as well as day-to-day, like pharmaceutical, drugs, etc. So it covers a wide range of things under the normal health plan, whether it be a normal doctor's visit, lab works that you have to do, as well as any major medical locally, and accidents overseas are in some of the plans are covered if you have an accident overseas. And if there is something that you have to do overseas, we would then cover you at the same rate. If it is offered in the country in which you reside, we would then cover you for an amount equivalent to what that surgery would cost normally in that country.
Okay, thank you. Roshni is asking if we plan to implement family indemnity funeral expenses plan.
A family indemnity funeral plan. Well, under a life plan, yes, but a family indemnity like a credit union, we don't have that. Although on group life, you could take out some coverage for your parents, I think. Yeah, you can. But in terms of, we would encourage you to take out plans for your different members of your family. And that would cover them for, in the case of death, in the case of critical illness, in the case of disability. So it will cover them, and it's best to get one for each, for your children as well as for your spouse, your parents. Always good to have them covered in the event something happens to them.
Right, and I just want to add to that in terms of competitive positioning, when it comes to Pierce to Sagicor or Hoop Life products in Jamaica also has a benefit for funeral grant, which our competitor doesn't offer. So that is similar to possibly what you're asking about in terms of a funeral kind of benefit. Our Group Life plans come with that.
Okay, thank you, Megan. Thank you, Mr. Hossein. Someone is asking, how successful has the Phoenix plan been, and what's the cost to launch a new product? Phoenix, I believe, is in Barbados.
Trinidad as well, right?
In Trinidad.
Eric or Sam, Brandon is not. So far.
Yeah, Brandon is not on, but so far it has not as successful as we like, but it's something that we are working on to try and push more. And I know Brandon is looking at it to see what adjustments would be necessary for it in the product factory to make it more competitive. So it's something that we're working on together with the product factory, allowing for, we want to we negotiate to allow for higher levels of sum assured and so on. So thanks to Brandon, who is WhatsApping me just as I speak and giving me some information here from the factory. So the factory is working and giving me information. So it is something that we're working on, guys. We can look forward to seeing some things.
All right, thanks again. The other question, do we work with SBLCs to provide financing?
So I think I'll take that one, Annette. This is Miguel from GAM. Right now, at the moment, it is not a solution or product that we offer. We are reviewing all of our products at the moment with the board and eventually with regulators as well in terms of the package of solutions that we offer in GAM. On the other hand, however, if someone comes to us with an SBLC, that will want to support the financing, definitely I would say it's something that we could look at and will be open to consider. So there's a SBLC issued by another financial institution guaranteeing the financing. We could definitely look at that as a package for the collateral.
Just for the wider group, Miguel, this SBLC is standby letter of credit. So it's a form of collateral or form of guarantee that's provided on the banking side of things, usually to support projects, financing. It's a call upon a line of credit for those who didn't know.
Institutions.
All right, thank you so much. Joy wants to know, previously employees were able to nominate colleagues by simply written emails. Why has the process of nominating an employee for an award become so complicated?
So I'll take this one, Annette. I think the more information that is going to be shared about the owner's mindset and the ACES program over the couple months is going to clearly articulate the administration of how we go about doing nominations for employees. I would say that emails is actually one of the medium being used for nominations, but it's how we align those owner's mindset behaviors to the direction that we are heading as an overall team.
Okay, thank you. All right, another question. On family notes, Scotia initiated paternity leave on a month or so in 2023. Has any consideration been given to an update to the existing leave policy at our group?
I think Raphael would have perhaps taken a peek at our draft leave policy. There are proposals being made for us to look at every leave area, I would say, across the group. This is one area that we are looking at right now. The intention is that within Q2, of course, that is pending the approvals from our boards and our subcommittees on all the policies that we put forward, just as we did with the work strategies policy. But this is one area that we are looking into, and you are spot on the consideration.
All right, thanks again, Fahim. What is the impact on Guardian Life with the recent default on bond payment from Portland Barbados Limited?
Yeah, I'll take that one. There's no impact on Guardian. That is an entity that's related to an ultimate parent. We have no involvement with that company. We are a regulated company, and we're focused on managing the Guardian business. So, I think default may be a strong word there, but I'll leave that for another forum. But Guardian is in no way impacted by that.
All right, so thanks for that reassurance, Mr. Chinapu. Product question. Is term to age 100 in the pipeline? This is to remain competitive in the marketplace. Who wants to take that product question?
Yeah, as persons live longer, we have to look at extending the coverage for persons. Though not many are, at that age, we are looking at all options. And that is one of them that we're looking at because, as I said, people are living longer. And so that is a part of what Product Factory will be reviewing also across the entire LHP.
Okay. And Fiona is asking, could an owner's mindset training be done at a branch level for reinforcement? That sounds like for him.
I'm liking the excitement. Absolutely. Again, over the next couple of months, we're going to be hearing a lot more about the owner's mindset and the program. So yes.
Okay, thank you. And the person who asked a question about the family health insurance plan is expounding. He wants to be clear group health insurance for families and not just companies. This is offered by our competitor, Sagicor.
If I would just to chime in as well, I think it would have been answered before by Eric. Absolutely, it will be eligible for family members and dependents to also join the plan.
Okay, and I think this is more of a statement. As the largest life insurance company in the Caribbean, I think our term life should be the most inexpensive. All right, and next question. If we have a client that is seeking a higher coverage, for example, life insurance between $6 to $10 million TT, would Guardian be willing to negotiate a lower rate, assuming Sagicor's rate is overall lower than Guardian's?
No one person is the same, right, Eric? I mean, life insurance is based on many more features than the size of the policy. So, yeah.
And we have to be careful also, because, you know, you'll have persons may go into, you know, offering a product as a loss leader, and you jump in and saying, let's go low. And how low do you go? It's like a limbo until you break your back. So we have to be super careful and, you know, just make sure that we are underwriting properly in both countries and doing our best. Again, as one underwriter, the chief underwriter, Swiss Re, told me once, okay, we can underwrite anything if the person is willing to pay.
All right, another question. Is there any thought being given to revising upwards the limits on the dental optical coverage?
If I were to kind of chime in here, and perhaps Eric, I don't know if you would want to have an input here. I think more and more that we're looking at our debt ratios and what we as a company want to give us benefits. And once we improve over time, of course, the intention is to improve the benefits, but we need to manage that within our debt ratio portfolio of the plans. And of course, we know we all would have gone through a sensitization session recently over the past couple of months with the impact of where our health plan is at, and this is locally in Trinidad, and I assume the question came from Trinidad, for us to continue revising this plan as we move forward.
I think also, guys, right across the board, the whole matter of increasing dental and optical is always a big issue for many organizations. But there's a cost because it's so heavily used. And therefore, you know, I think Fahim and his team have to balance between benefits and costs, and he has to look at the entire organization, both in Jamaica himself and Debbie in Jamaica, and the executive team. We have to be constantly looking at, well, some persons can pay higher, but then there are many others who can't. And we have to be back as a group plan, and we have to make sure the group is being treated fairly and put in the best possible position based on the claims ratio, etc., etc.
Okay, thank you. Next question. In the last town hall meeting, it was mentioned to us that we might look into the Latin American market to expand our brokerage business. Is this still on the cards? Is this still in our plans?
Shall I take this one?
Yeah, go ahead, Diego.
Yeah, yes, we have looked at the Latin American market to do brokerage business. At that time, there were some, let's say, challenges on profitability, but surely we will look into it again and see where the opportunities are and moving forward. So that is certainly on our radar. And as you might know, in the Dutch Caribbean, especially Aruba and Curacao and also Bonaire, people, they speak 4 languages. So Spanish is one of their, they speak it fluently. So the group can use FATEM as a hub moving into Latin America as an insurance company or conducting broker business, because also FATEM has a lot of knowledge in the broker segment. So surely we will look into it and look in all good opportunities to get them.
All right, thanks, Diego. Next question, Julius Norman. Will we have juvenile critical illness coverage as a standalone plan. So that's Jamaica.
Again, Julian, thank you very much. The thing is that, as I shared before, our product factory is new, and it is actually looking at both Jamaica and Trinidad and looking at all the different possibilities. So if there's anyone out there with any product idea that you have, please write to Brandon DLC. He's more than willing to look at it. You can speak to your VP for sales also and put forward the idea, because we have our product development committees that meet with Brandon. Brandon is a part of all the product development committees, and they are looking at various products. Obviously, we can't put out everything at the same time. We have regulatory restriction, approval process, the development, the IT, all of those things. So really what we like for you to do is to give us all the ideas and let us see which one we can go with, in terms of speed. And there's a plan by Brandon, I know, also to send out a survey to persons, both in sales and admin, for them to share some ideas with him that he will then share at the various product development committees that are headed by the two presidents, Megan in Jamaica and Sam in Trinidad very soon. Sam will be responsible for the product development committee.
All right, thank you. Based on the profits made by GGIL over the last fiscal year, why was my car insurance premium raised by $1,000?
I'll take that one, Annette.
Maybe take that one, and I want to know how come mine was so much more than the 1,000. So
Well, as we all know, insurance profits are generated from various areas. Regrettably, last year and for the last couple of years in Trinidad and in the other territories too, Barbados and Jamaica as well, we have not generated the profits that we would normally generate from the motor product. That is as a result of several issues, primarily being the increase in the cost of parts, the whole inflationary effect, increased in labor. We have had increases in terms of, in some territories like Jamaica, increase in bodily injuries. And therefore we saw a significant increase in the loss ratio in those classes. Consequently, one of the things we had to do was to look at the price of the product, along with other underwriting guidelines, including re-underwriting some of the products, and that resulted in an increase in the premiums. So regrettably, that's the reason.
And we have a unique question. Is the group looking at a global policy or plan that would cover multiple lines of business under one umbrella?
it's a good question.
Very good.
Go ahead, Eric.
Oh, multiple lines. That's you then, Ian, because they're talking about general and life. So that's you.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an opportunity as we continue to collaborate, especially that's why the product factory is not aligned to any one business unit. It's actually the whole group, including GAM and GGTL. So I think all things are possible in the factory.
So Ian, if I may add to this,
In fact,
we have
Fatum does
already
this already, right?
Yes, we have already business unit in the group. That's Fatum, and Fatum conducts life pensions, health insurance, and general insurance for the private lines and also commercial lines. Everything under one roof. Also mortgages. So a complete package to provide to the customers. So that is what we already have in our group.
All right, thanks. And the next question. Given our current presence in the Dutch Caribbean and Holland, are we considering expansion into South America as well?
So I believe that this question came up just now, and I confirm this, that indeed we are looking into ways, looking into those Latin American countries that are beneficial for us, and using Fatum as a hub because we are speaking 4 languages. So it might be very beneficial for the group looking into this. So thanks for this.
Okay, thank you. The next question, what is the status of the IPI product? We were made aware in the last meeting that this profit is not profitable. Is it carded to be discontinued?
No, we have never, that was never the plan. what we have done is try to make it profitable because it still has a place in the marketplace. And we are selling not only in Trinidad, and we continue to sell IPI. We continue to sell IPI, please. Don't believe that we're not selling, and persons are selling it, agents are selling it, as well as in Barbados. So you have a US dollar IPI, you have a local currency IPI, and those are still for sale. What we had to do was to make major adjustments because we were losing so much of the sale. And for us to be in a better position, because there's a mandate for us to make sure that products are profitable. And even more so, that Sam would have my neck as a VP of finance then, because if we sell onerous products, we are going to take massive hits. It's not like on the IFRS 4, where you will kind of smooth the thing over time. With IFRS 17, if you have onerous product, you're going to take all future losses right now, today, hitting your books. And we can't run our business like that. We have to make profit. It's just not something we want to start engaging in, making massive losses.
Okay. Next question. What changes have you noticed in the reinsurance market this year during renewals?
I can take that one. So similarly to last year, reinsurance coverage in the Caribbean continues to be very expensive. It is the highest cost operating our business. What we did notice this year is that reinsurers have been asking us for a lot more data. They're more interested in understanding the quality of our underlying portfolios. So because of the nature of our business and where we operate, we are exposed to catastrophes, earthquakes, and hurricanes. So we are mandated to continue to buy certain levels of reinsurance protection. And what is the outlook for reinsurance in the future? Well, the reinsurance operates in cycles. And the prediction so far is saying that the current market conditions are expected to continue over the next year, but it's also dependent on the activity of the Atlantic hurricane season. That also influences what the 2025 season is going to be. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. I believe somehow we may have been answering this. For Trinidad, do you intend to remove any current products from Guardian Life, and do you have any new products in the pipeline for us? I think that has been coming out.
Yes, definitely. Things are coming and things are planned. Again, we are moving our system over to Ian or OIPA. Depending on how you pronounce it. It's the OIPA, it's the Oracle insurance system, which is considered #1 in the world. And because we are in that transition mode, there are some limitations at this time as to how many new products we can put on, what adjustments we can make, but we are making the adjustments where we can, and we are preparing ourselves to ensure that we have as many products as possible ready to launch once we have that new system in place. So we're not going to wait until the new system comes in and then we try and design and get things ready and regulatory approval. We're going to be doing all that we can so that we are in a much better position, both in Trinidad and in Jamaica.
Okay, thank you. Next question for the human capital team. As it is now, it's only children and spouse on the health plan as dependents. Are we looking to add parents in the future?
The short answer is no. Only children and spouses are considered dependents on health plans. So parents, I think, will have to go through that underwriting process on the individual plans.
Okay, thanks. When can we look forward to updating our website to reflect all the products that Glock sells?
Well, I'm happy for that question because it kind of gives me a segue. Yes, we are looking to make adjustments to our website. So I know Aisha has been working real hard in updating other things. And if you go around Trinidad now, you'll begin to see new sign all around. Aisha is on, I believe, so she could tell you some more, but we have some new signs and there are planned some more billboards in Trinidad, in Barbados, and in Jamaica. Let me not forget Jamaica. All around, Aisha, Annette, and their team are working, and very soon you're going to see, in fact, we have started already, so you're going to see more. There's definitely a plan. We just did an approval for increased budget, and we are going to be making allocation. Ian, let's say increase budget. Where did he get that approval from? Well, what we're doing is making adjustments within the expense, Ian, to be able to allocate more to marketing. And we're going to be seeing some really fantastic things that Aisha and her team has in store for both Jamaica and Trinidad and Barbados and the rest of the Caribbean, St. Lucia, Antigua. They're really working hard at it, and they have some nice things coming up, and they have started. So look out for more.
All right, thank you so much. Here is a question. In light of this, what has been said by Mr. Mohammed regarding ownership mindset, I'm curious to know if the executive team has considered the possibility of an employee share purchase program. By allowing employees to invest in the company and become actual owners, we can further enhance our sense of ownership. Question is gone, I'm sorry. We can further enhance our sense of ownership and commitment to driving growth and innovation.
I think Omar, you have just described the essence of equity, building equity in a business. So that is exactly the intention. And I think you have encapsulated well. That is a critical component. I mean, in Trinidad, for example, we do have the ESOP program that already exists. We did an extensive level of training on that process, and we actually automated our process based on the local laws of Trinidad that allows you to make contributions and getting that tax benefit. I know our group CEO would have rolled out that APO by parent holding company that is available in the Jamaican market as well. So we have the opportunity, and I think as far as practically possible in accordance with tax laws in different jurisdictions, we will certainly want to extend the program, because equity base is how we make the owner's mindset come alive as well. And by all means, invest in the company, and that is our share ownership of the company as well. So thanks for that question, Omar.
All right, this is for Guardian General. Why are the agents not paid on renewals of a referral?
Right. So for this one, I could take this one. So we're not sure which territory this one refers to, but in most of our territories, we actually prohibited from the Insurance Act to pay referrals. It has to come through certain registered agents. So that could be the example with regards to this question. It has to come through a certain channel that is approved by the regulations.
Okay, great. All right, if I recall correctly, and this is from Nirvan, if I recall correctly, we moved away from bottom-up planning to strategic initiative planning. As we encourage this ownership mindset, is it similar to BUP, and what are the differences operationally, if any?
If I were to just mention, and any member of the panel could chime in afterwards, I think we haven't moved away from bottom-up planning. It's just the SIP is a streamlined process, and we use the wave system to manage our projects. It definitely doesn't take away from the owner's mindset. Everyone has that ability to contribute to the strategic direction of the business, to contribute to operationally how we could focus on that efficiency gains, the governance, and also focus on customer care, which is all hinged on why we are creating the SIP projects that we are creating. So the BUPs have not gone away. That is still alive and well. So I'm actually imploring and urging everyone to contribute to the overall strategic direction that was rolled out today. And if there's any specific contributions in your area that you want to give to enhance the level of efficiency, enhance governance, enhance our customer care, bring it forward.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'll be only taking one more questions, and just to let you know, if your question has not been answered, it won't go unnoticed. We will respond to you offline. And I will take this question, this last one. Given our investment in merchant banking, do we have plans to build a commercial bank?
I'll take that one, Annette. Thanks for the question. The immediate answer, I would say, is no. We are looking to, I would say, explore all of the products under our merchant banking license, as I mentioned in the previous question. And I see a closer link between merchant banking and our investment management business in terms of generating assets that our investment management team could then invest in. So no immediate plans on the commercial banking side.
All right, thank you so much, Miguel, and thank you, colleagues. That's all the time we have for our Q&A segment, and thanks to our leadership for facilitating this open dialogue. We're nearing the close of this town hall, but before we do, we still have one more thing to do. It was my pleasure to moderate this last session, but I now hand you over to Tilia to take us through to the final segment.
Thank you, Annette, and thank you, Guardians, for your provocative questions. Guardians, I know that we are all excited to hear who our lucky winners are. So without further ado, drum roll, please. Our 6 winners are Leslie Garcia from Trinidad, Jair Warman from Aruba, Omar Hughes from Grenada, Gail Worrell from Barbados, Richentley Lito from Curacao, and Frank Fuller from Jamaica. Congratulations, everyone. Our group marketing and communications team will be in contact with you. As we come to the end of today's meeting, I invite Ms. Crystal Williams from Guardian Group Fathom to close today's event.
Thank you, Tilia. I'm on mute, probably. Okay. Thank you, Tilia. Thanks, everyone. That concludes our 2024 Town Hall meeting. Thank you for joining us today. Your attendance reflects your commitment and dedication to our organization. A huge thank you goes also to the entire team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to organize today's meeting. Thank you to all speakers and presenters for providing us with valuable insights into the direction of our company. Your contribution and vision inspires us to keep striving for excellence and are instrumental in guiding us towards success. Once again, a special thank you to all Guardian Group staff members. Thank you for your daily dedication, passion, and hard work. It is our commitment, it is your commitment to excellence that drives our organization forward, and we couldn't do any of it without you, together as one global team. As we leave this meeting today, let's carry with us the spirit of collaboration and determination that defines our company. Let's continue to grow together on purpose, as together we can overcome any challenge and continue to achieve great things. Dankie. Dank jullie wel. Thank you. Douche dia. Have a great rest of your day.
I'll do anything for you. I will go the extra mile. I promise I'll make to you. I will go the extra mile. To ensure I see you smile. I will go the extra mile. You can call me anytime. I will go the extra mile. Once I have life, I'll go extra. To protect you, I'll go extra. My love for you, I'll go extra. Go the extra mile. Caring for you, I'll go extra. And staying true, I'll go extra. One thing I can guarantee is Guardian Group will go the extra mile.
Carnival of a contract. Every year we go hard like nail on the road with
Truck bigger than humpback wheels. So take a thumbtack with calendar and just mark that date. Cause when you see them through this come around, this time is my time to jump out. My time to run, boy. My time to get something and get on back on this long road. Moving with my soldiers, we don't move with no cops go. Whining on them get from east, west, north and south. Yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Hey, 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 yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Yo, yo, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day. I tell my wife I love your vibe, but you should come along. Yeah. She sending vibes to all we like, no we but 40 strong. Yeah. Who on the left, who on the right, we going out to town. My relatives they want the line, but I tell them, see you when I come back. This time I will come back late. You wait for morning till last like away from that street. Hold your right work hard, you don't know how long I wait. So when you see them do this come around, this time is my time to jump out. My time to run, boy. My time to get something and get on back on this long road. Moving with my soldiers, we don't move with no cops go. Whining on them get from east, west, north and south. Yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Hey, 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 yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Hey, 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 yo, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day. Swinging from a truck top, hey, hey, right up to the truck stop, hey, hey, all down by the truck back, hey, hey, girl bump on the cock back, hey, hey, renewal of contract. Next year we go harder again. All of my friends them living on the yachts and the planes. See you the next year in the yacht part of Spain. So when you see them do this come again, this time is my time to jump out, my time to run, boy. My time to get something and get on back on this long road. Moving with my soldiers, we don't move with no cops go. Whining on them get from east, west, north and south. Yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Hey, 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 yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. Everybody jump around there, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump when the day comes, jump when the day, jump, 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 jump when the 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 jump around. Let me see you jump around there. Jump around, is with it. Jump around there. Jump around. This is the day we'll jump around, boy. Viking, mom. Extra, extra, extra. I'll do anything for you. I will go the extra mile. I promise I'll make to you. I will go the extra mile. To ensure I see you smile. I will go the extra mile. You can call me anytime. I will go the extra mile. Once I have life, I'll go extra. To protect you, I'll go extra. My love for you, I'll go extra. I will go the extra mile. Caring for you, I'll go extra. And staying true, I'll go extra. One thing I can guarantee is getting you will go the extra mile.